Hey everybody, so I wanted to make a secondary video explaining everything that I received from my last video in case you guys didn't have the time to click on all the links in the description box. I did it for you, so excuse the technology, but we're gonna watch my computer. So it started with a rabbit hole, and hold on for 1 second. I forgot to have one more link. It was for. So I was on Facebook yesterday. And this image came up. It is hilarious because I don't mean to laugh, but it's kind of true. So here it is. So I was looking at this image here of it was saying, labeling these 4 women who represent the Democratic Party, and it says that it was inferring that they are the Black Horsemen. I didn't specifically research the birthdays, but I bet you each one of the birthdays has one of the zodiacs of Aries, one has Libra, one has Sagittarius, and I forget the other one. I think it's Scorpio, but it was a billboard insulting these congresswomen, and it said they were the 4 horsemen that were cometh, as you can see here. But the dream that I had Sunday to Monday, it told me the next propaganda would be a hidden message. And what they were saying was the 4 horsemen are idiots as they come through the political, whatever. So, anyways, then it led me to the dream that I had about the black horse that I saw. It looked like this. It was a black horse with a rider, and it was walking down my courtyard. So if I were to dream about this last night, this door was open, and this black horse came with the rider, and they stopped right at my porch. And that's where I sleep. Sometimes I nod off right here on the couch. But I remember in my dream, I opened my eyes, raised my head, looked at the door, and there was this huge horse and a huge dude on it. And I freaked out. So then we're going to 4 Horsemen of Revelation, which we're here. And it says the book of Revelations is symbolize the evils to come to the earth, blah, blah, blah. It's not like the way it's being portrayed. It just means that earth changes are going to be here. It isn't that the devil or evil is intentionally going to cause the apocalypse. If you guys studied Greek mythology, the Great War already happened. So we're in the aftermath. Don't let anyone else tell you that. But it was here where it says black horse. It says famine, a black horse, and plague, a pale horse. That's all in one sentence structure. Because it says a figure conquest rides a right horse, which is war. A red horse, famine. A black horse, and plague, a pale horse. So I kind of saw that. A black horse and plague, a pale horse. Sorry. So you see where there's the semicolon? Famine, a black horse, and plague, a a pale horse. That's all one. It means it's going to happen at one time. So the war already happened, right? Years ago. If you think about the war in the Middle East, the Greek war, the Olympus, whatever, the mythology already happened. So then yesterday there was also another epiphany. It was the Katy Perry lawsuit where she's being sued by a Christian artist because she stole his instrumental. And it's kind of weird. We don't want to see that ad. It's weird how I found this ad. It said that the artist who is suing her is friends with her lawsuit nemesis, which means... Oh, shut up. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. That's the artist there. And that is the lawsuit nemesis. So she's being sued for copying. And I was like, dark horse, dark horse, dark horse. Okay, we're going to close that one. And so I was like, black horse, dark horse is the rider with the scales. So now we're in the zodiac of Libra. The black horse, the dark horse, is the one that rides the horseman with the scales. So that's in Libra, which will be September 23rd to October 23rd. As you can see, I'll move it. September 23rd, October 23rd. So there's all this talk about 923. If you guys follow Mr. Cat Eye always said 923. Why are there number codes of 923? This is it. Then I was like, we're also watching the Arctic Pass. There's a wildfire in the neighbors upstairs. Long story short, this week a heat wave broke out, and now there's wildfires blazing in areas where firefighters can't go because there's Arctic ice around the wildfire, as you can see. So if this all melts, we are going to see a lot of flooding. And the flooding would basically take out majority of the crops that grow in this area, and also in other parts of the world, because if floodwaters rise at a increasing amount that we don't even know, because these Arctic pillars, these Arctic mountains, I don't know what you want to call them, but it's going to be, it says heat wave broke out in Europe, et cetera, et cetera. Greenland could melt enough ice measurably to raise global sea levels. Not good. So I believe this is all going to occur in the 30 days from September-ish to November-ish, I believe, because all the signs point to 923. And the numbers don't lie. It's not something that I personally want to be in fear of. We need to welcome these earth changes. We need to figure out why they're earth changes. So long story short, we can also be in an earth tilt. So if we're tilting and flipping, it means the the magnetopauses, or the geomagnetic field around the earth is flipping, which could make North Pole, South Pole, South Pole, North Pole. We also are getting the, sorry about my ceiling fan. We're also getting, here in Los Angeles, we're getting the weather, or California itself, or the West Coast, we're getting the same weather pattern as Asia would in the summertime. And they are getting cold fronts, and they're getting, the weather patterns that we would have on the West Coast. So we already see the flipping. Also, to the last part, there's also this Craig Venter scientist guy, and whatchamacallit, they had done this research on, long story short, a synthetic life form of bacteria, which they've been testing. Unfortunately, it escaped. So now you have a pestilence, a threatened pestilence that would most likely pass through our, what do you call it? When you have goats and cows. I know this, you guys. I know this stuff. I'm just blanking out because it's late right now. Livestock. And so, yeah. If it happens to the livestock and we're consuming the products which are livestock, then we consume this virus. And they say it's a flesh-eating bacteria as well. So it could be passed human to human, or depending on GNA and DNA, it could pass on. So we have two parallels, two things happening and occurring at one time. That's just my epiphany. So I leave that with you guys. It is super late. It's 11:15 right now. I have to be up at 5. But I just wanted to give you guys some insight on what I was talking about. And happy new moon. Check this out. The moon cycles, this little backdrop. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.